Bible names 3 things that every husband and father should be doing for his wife and kids. Studying this morning in 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 7, it says, "Husbands likewise dwell with them with understanding, giving honor to the wife as to the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers may not be hindered." First things first, what does it mean to dwell with understanding? I learned that the Greek word for dwell is sunokio, which means to intentionally live together. So this is not me and my wife sit on the couch, but we're both on our phones, or she's in one room and I'm in another room, or we just share the same bed together. No, I got to be actively engaged and present in my marriage. And then the Greek word for understanding is gnosis, which means intimate knowledge. And I can only get intimate knowledge from studying something intentionally every day. So when we put these things together of dwell with understanding, this means that I need to be actively present in my marriage and I have to study my wife. So the very first thing the Bible is telling me to do is honor my wife. And this goes deeper than not involving myself with other women. This is being actively engaged in the home. Knowing what's going on with my wife, my children, what's heavy on her right now, where can I help, and studying her, getting to know her, asking her questions, figuring out what her day is like, what's her goals, what does she need help with, right? Like, that's step number 1. I gotta be a student of my household and my wife. The second thing I'm called to do is protect my wife and be very gentle with her. It says here in the Bible, as to the weaker vessel. So a vessel is like an instrument that's set apart for a very sacred purpose. It's something that you got to be very careful with. You got to protect it because it's precious. And that's our wives. So I have to protect her physically, which means getting in shape. I got to protect her spiritually, which means praying over her. And then I got to protect her emotionally, which means be careful of the words that are coming out of my mouth, because I could say something that could damage her internally. It's just not good. My job is to stand in front of my wife and protect her at all times. The third thing I'm called to do is train my children. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 4 says, "But bring them up in the training and admonition of the Lord." You want to see the benefits of training in a gym? You have to do daily reps every day. Same thing with kids, not just one big conversation once a week. This is training in the car, training at the dinner table, training while we're outside on walks, training when they do something right, training when they do something wrong. Daily training, active conversation. And the Bible says that as fathers, we're required to do this, not to put this off on our wives. Honor your wife, protect your wife, train your children. This is the most important task of every man. Tend to your garden, your bloodline, your last name. You want more tips on how to lead your wife and children the way God intended you to? I send emails every morning at 5 o'clock a.m. It's a quick 2-minute read. Comment the word email below and I'll add you to the list.